Hello, this video is the demonstration of my team's submission to the Hack the Track hackathon competition sponsored by the Toyota GR Cup racing team. We are Team Control Alt Drive, and we are a team of solutions architects from Amazon Web Services who specialize in generative AI workloads, agentic AI solutions, and data analytics. My name is John Giles, and my teammates are Xiaojia Zhang and Qian Fan. Our inspiration was that we wanted to develop an innovative race replay platform. This leverages the available data from Toyota GR Cup, the telemetry data, the track timing data, weather, etc. And this would make available to drivers or team members or even amateur racers and also fans who follow certain drivers. They can jump into the car, the specific race car, and replay that race just as it happened from start to finish. This allows them to fully immerse themselves in the race, and then you can ask questions to the AI racing coach because it has full awareness of the race, the driver, the conditions, the turn-by-turn track positioning, all the telemetry data. So this takes it to the next level to produce unique insights that were not possible before. So let's take a look at the demonstration. Here I've selected the Barber Motorsports Park, and there's two races available in the racing data. And I can choose which race I want to select. And I have a track map that is representing the corners of the actual Barber Motorsports Park track. And I've numbered all of the corners according to the standard numbering system for that specific track and made that aware to the AI coach. Now, what I do is I select a car. I want to be able to jump into any one of the cars that were in the race. So let's just randomly pick car 18. Let's say that that's my car. And you can see that it's loading the telemetry data for that specific car into the API server. And now it will draw a GPS track trace showing my actual position from GPS data superimposed over the track itself. Here I have the car cursor. So this is actually representing where the car is on the track at this particular moment, at the beginning of when the telemetry data started coming in. And I have race controls down here, similar to video controls, where I can jump forward 5 seconds or back 5 seconds. I can play and pause. I can jump to a specific lap. And now I'll just hit play, and you'll see that the telemetry data is flowing in, and that is happening in real time, as the race actually occurred. And you can see I've got the speed, RPM, throttle position, gear, the brake pressure, steering angle, my G-force, my lap distance. I'm going to skip ahead to when the race actually starts. I'm going to just skip ahead a few 5 seconds. Here we go. So now the race is just about to start. And now we're into the actual first racing lap as we cross the start-finish line. And you can see now I have my lap time shown here for this particular lap. Current lap is 3. The best lap I had in this race was lap 19, and here's my time. And so I'm 14 seconds off my best time for this particular lap. And what I can do is I can pause and I can start asking questions to the AI racing coach about why that is. The AI racing coach has access to specialized tools, so it can understand what the telemetry is for where I am on the track in that particular lap. It also has best laps data, competitive performance rankings, race results for the positions, the gaps in time, the finishing data. It has lap sector analysis, so the different sector splits of the track, improvements there. It has track awareness, so it knows where it is in relation to the cornering numbers. And it also has weather conditions. So for example, what I could do is I could come down to the AI racing coach and I could ask, what could I have done better to improve my time in, say, lap sector 1 here, where the car is just entering turn 2. And you can see that it answers the question and it gives me a complete analysis of my driving performance in that particular sector. I'm going to go ahead and expand this so we can read it a little easier. And you can see here's my sector time, my overall lap time, and then it compares it to my best sector. So it looks through all of my laps. It finds the best sector that I drove that particular sector 1 on, and it compares the two. And then it figures out, what could I have done better? It looks like I was under braking. I was braking way too early and way too soft. Also, I was very timid on the throttle application, and my speed, was way off, was way slower than my best sector 1. And then it provides me a list of improvements. Um, throttle aggression, right? Corner entry speed, momentum preservation. And it's also cautioning me, I'm still in a warm-up lap, right? My tires are still cold. I'm still getting my groove for the race, and then provides me a nice comprehensive chart versus optimal sector 1 driving, and then gives me an immediate action plan and a summary at the bottom. And if I want, I could copy this and put it into a report, or I could reset and start asking new questions. Okay, that's very helpful. Now I want to ask a new question. So I'm going to reset the agent, and what that does is that clears out its short-term memory and resets me back to a clean slate where I can ask new questions that are not related to the previous question. I'm going to go ahead and collapse this AI racing coach, and I'm going to ask a new question. So what I'm interested in is what are my worst laps, excluding the pre-race laps. So I'm going to go ahead and send that question to the AI racing coach. And now the AI racing coach is going to look at my entire race, and it's going to look at my lap times. It's going to compare them, and then it's going to use its coaching capabilities to make suggestions. So let's go ahead and expand that. It's a little easier to read. So here it's showing me that my slowest laps were 26, 25, 4, 8, and 23. And it gives some context, like 26 is the cool down lap, and then 25 is the end of the race tire wear. So my tires are pretty worn at that point. And lap 4 is an early warm-up phase. But this one, lap 8, I should be fast by now. My tires should be nice and warm. So that's concerning to me. So it gives me some analysis on that. And I think what I want to do is I want to collapse this, and I just want to jump straight away to that particular lap. So let's go to lap 8. And it takes me to the beginning of lap 8 for my car. And I'm going to play the telemetry. And then I'm going to see, how I'm doing through each of the corners. In sector 1, sector 2, and sector 3. So perhaps after I have replayed this race, I have some idea of like which corners, I had problems in, but you can imagine, there's millions of telemetry data points here. There's also, track timings, sector timings, weather data. There's a lot for me to interpret. So why not just use the AI agent who has the tools to examine all that and just do it for me? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask a new question. I'm going to say, why was my time so far off my best lap in lap 8? And I'm going to send that in. And now it's going to have to go through a lot of its tools. So it's pulling data from telemetry. It's actually pulling timing data, sector by sector timing data to formulate a response. It's also using weather data. So it's pulling from all the tools. Now, for a question like this, and now I have my answer. I'm going to go ahead and expand this so I can scroll up and see the AI Racing Coach's response. So here's my question. And then it's providing me the overall performance, the root cause sector. Uh, sector 3 was my problem. This is my problem sector that cost me my time. Cost me almost 2 seconds. And it's trying to come up with possible causes like, defensive driving, was I backing off of a car? Did I go off the track a little bit? Did I have tire slip? So my top speed was, 9 kilometers per hour lower on lap 8. And it's giving me a detailed breakdown, sector by sector breakdown of how I did and where the time was lost, what likely happened, and then also what could I have done better in order to try to prevent this disaster and losing so much time in sector 3. And then it gives me a nice performance comparison chart and then a summary at the bottom. And then finally in this demonstration, I want to show reports. So rather than typing in your questions, repeated questions, typical common questions, you could have a set of canned reports of typical questions. So here's a couple I've come up with. Compare this lap to the winner's best lap, and it will create a report name automatically for me. It has all of the context of the race, the car, the current lap that I'm on, and my race progress. And then I'm going to hit generate report and generate a PDF report that's going to be a comprehensive report to compare this lap to the winner's best lap. Okay, now I have a generated report. I'm going to open the PDF. And I have a comprehensive competitive analysis report from the AI Racing Coach. And you see it has the context here of the car and the race and the lap versus the winner. It provides me an executive summary up front with the key findings. It gives me the breakdown of the lap time comparisons. It also focuses into sector by sector analysis, with the focus being on sector 3, where we already know that I had some issues, and this is the critical priority that it is calling out. There's a lot of detail in the comprehensive report. If I scroll to the bottom, I can get to past the telemetry by telemetry breakdown, and it will provide the interesting findings and the summary and then coaching advice on how I might better race this lap next time, in the next race or in the next season. Thank you for watching this demo, and we hope that you find these ideas exciting and the thought of having your own personal AI racing coach to shave those seconds off your lap times next season is appealing to you. Thank you.